Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of January 31st. Now Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Cancer, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that is somebody impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. Let's see what we have here for you. Now, just a small percentage of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. And so if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. So let's go ahead and make sure everything's in view, and then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So really nice energy to find here on the bottom. And right away, I am drawn to this idea of land and nature. You see how this knight is in a sort of forest here. There's a rabbit around them, some other wildlife, and they're in this sort of, they're around green trees and grass and everything like that. And so I know for many people, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, it's winter right now, but I feel like there's something around connecting with nature at this time, and I got it immediately. And you know what, since you are a Cancer sign here, what you may, that could extend out to like going to the ocean, going near the water, anything like that. And so some of you may want to just do something for that at this time. I don't know why I'm getting that message, but I'm feeling that. You also, the other thing about this Knight of Pentacles here is represents events happening in your life, and specifically financial events or material events happening. It's one of the nights that everybody wants to see because it's something that you've put a lot of work into and you've spent a lot of time working towards finally coming through. That's what this night is all about. And so it can talk about potentially, something to do with money, money coming in, profit taking, maybe harvesting. I'm thinking like land type energy, but like anything to do with your financial resources finally coming around. And with that, it could be like loans, mortgages, applications, things along those lines. Some of you may be dealing with that energy right now. So definitely like to see that. Now you do have two knights here, so anytime I get two or more knights in a tarot reading, that always for me is a signal that there are a lot of events happening for you here right now at this time. But in the middle, you have the Star. So this is an amazing card. The Star is about the fulfillment of a wish, or a wish being granted rather, in your life. And this genie here, who is represented by the Star, is in healing waters of renewal. Some of you are connecting with water at this time, Cancer, and using the water to heal you. Now remember, this could be just like taking a long shower, taking an extra shower, doing something like that, like getting connected to water in whatever form is available to you at this moment. And along with that, the Star can represent clarity. It can say that there's good hope, good horizon, good things on the horizon, optimism, healing of any type. And so really nice message to find there. So definitely like to see that. And really, you have an amazing reading here, Cancer. So let's just continue. Now, in the past, you have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords. So you have these swords, court cards here showing up, which can, swords talk about potentially communication, your mental process, writing, anything like that, and time as well can be represented by swords. But this Knight of Swords, speaking of time, is something that happens quickly, and almost so quickly that it may be chaotic. And so when you get the Knight of Swords, it can mean like a whirlwind time of change for you. And the same is true here with the Knight of or what I should say, I would just double down on that idea of quick change because you have another knight present. And you want to make sure that you are also not being impulsive here in this moment. But this, let me just make sure I'm not getting myself crossed over here. This has already happened. So it could mean that recently you've had something that came to mind quickly. This upper row is the row of your thoughts. Or there could have been something where you've been thinking about acting quickly on something as well here, especially because you have another swords card with it, which I talked about here with this King of Swords. This is potentially decisive action, swift action. But again, it's like swift action, but also not being impulsive. And so you could have been thinking about how, there's just been a lot of things going on for you recently. You also have this Queen of Wands here, which is a very good card. This is all about attraction and attracting something into your life. The reason being is the Queen of Wands is capable of juggling all of the tasks and priorities. They're capable of handling everything that they need to handle, and they do it with passion, and they do it with kind of a special talent that maybe other people don't exactly have in that area. And so with that, the Queen of Wands is attractive to many people. Along with that, the Queen of Wands can say that it's important that you be your authentic self. And you may want to just give yourself as much time as you can at this moment, because there may have been a tendency here in the past to act impulsively. And just make sure whatever step you take is an authentic step in this moment. In the current situation, I do see you taking a step, and the reason being is you have the Five of Swords, the Star, and the Fool. The Fool is taking a step forward. They're taking a leap into the unknown. In fact, the Fool hops forward without knowing what is coming next. And you can think of them in other interpretations of the card, they're like at the edge of a cliff, and they have no idea if when they jump off the cliff, if they're going to make it or not. It's this idea of having blind faith in the universe, blind faith that everything's going to work out, allowing the universe to handle the details and not allowing any sort of attachment to hold you back from leaping forward, from hopping forward. And so it's a strong card, it's a powerful new beginning in your life, and it really only comes forward when you're ready. And so if anything, there's this energy around time that I keep picking up on, where there's like maybe in the past there's a tendency to act too quickly. You do have this energy of this Knight of Pentacles, which can represent patience, allowing things to happen in time. And it's almost like now you're ready. Okay, you're finally ready to make this happen, especially with the Star, which we've talked about, which is, you can think of that as like sort of a green light. In this case, I feel like finally something coming through. You have the Five of Swords as well. You know, I feel like in this case, this can represent, this person's waving their flag here, but it's sort of like some battles are not worth fighting. You know, sometimes it's sort of like it's best to just drop your swords and learn from whatever experience is happening, which, by the way, this person is learning from this experience, because you can see the sun rays coming out of them, indicating that they will be much stronger at the back of this loss, or after this loss or defeat. And so again, picking up, learning from the mistakes of the past here, and I think it has something to do with patience, or impatience rather. And yeah, I think that's really going to serve you well here. A lot of different messages coming forward in this reading, but yeah, I'll just say what comes through. So in the future, you have the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the World. So you are completing this cycle here in the future. So what's interesting here, and I just noticed this now, is you have the Fool and the World next to each other. The Fool starts off the journey of the Fool through the major arcana. It's the first tarot card, and the World is the last major arcana card. So you're completing the Fool's journey, or the hero's journey, through the major arcana. So that's a big energy when you get that, and especially because they're next to each other. So there's something completing here. It's maybe a wish that you've thrown out to the universe. You've cast a wish out to the universe a long time ago here with the Star. And I say a long time ago because the Knight of Pentacles can indicate something taking some time, but here it is arriving. And here it is being completed in the future, especially because you also have this Ten of Wands. Tens are completions. They are the last in the suit. And so you are crossing the finish line, you are completing the chapter, and you are starting new chapters. This will in the future start to clear up very quickly for you. Right now there may be something around time that I keep picking up on, but in the future this Eight of Wands is a swift action. It's a quick moving event. It's accelerated motion. It's good news coming in. And so, yeah, something moving forward pretty quick here. So let's go ahead and start to clarify. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you for being here. Really appreciate your time. Also, feel free to check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. So let's see what oracle messages we get here for you. Very nice. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Man, what have I been saying this whole time, Cancer? I've been saying you're learning from something. You're learning from the experiences of the past, and we just got that card. You have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Guardian Angel, you are not alone. And then lastly here, you have Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right, as well as Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Something around nature, like I keep saying. And you know what's interesting? Do you see the smoke here coming out of this? I'm not sure what this is. I think it is like a pipe or something. I do feel like maybe some of you are going to experiment with plant medicine, as you have this. This is not for everybody, but I do feel like maybe some of you are here, as you have this great teacher learn from spiritual experiences. Some of you may, if it's not plant medicine, some of you may experiment with like an alternative energy, like an alternative healing practice, or an energy modality, maybe Reiki, Tai Chi, yoga, Qigong, or just something alternative at this time. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so you have yes, let go, and then you also have no need to worry. So yeah, I get the sense that it's almost like it's like something's picking up very quickly here towards the future, like the middle to the back half of this reading, and it has something to do with maybe completing the experience that you've learned from or completing the lesson that you learned from the past. Like that chapter's closing, right? That door has closed, but there's this new experience coming in for you. Let's see what else we have here, Cancer. Let's pull some more tarot cards. So you have the Queen of Wands, which you had here once again, the Ten of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Happiness, fulfillment coming in for you, no doubt about it. Ten of Cups, again, we have more tens showing up here. So two tens, we have arrivals, we have completions. We have the two Queen of Wands, indicating that you are attracting many things into your life at this time. Being authentic. The sunflower energy here is just showing up for some reason, like just being, like shining your vision, like being not being anyone else, and not worrying about being anyone else, but like letting your skills shine. I don't know why that doesn't really make sense, letting your skills shine, but I'm feeling like that's what you're doing. And with the sunflower, again, there's this other message here of nature. There's this other message here of like you maybe doing something that's natural for you at this time. The Ten of Cups is, like I said, it's like a windfall of happiness in your life. The Four of Wands represents potentially a new start. The reason being is this is a card of marriage. These people just got married here. And you know, when you go from being engaged to being married, that is a new start. It's a new start with someone else. It's a new start in your life. And it's hopefully stable as well, because the Four of Wands talks about stability. So for you, it's sort of like there's a new start here, and it's leaving the old experience, learning from the experiences of the past and leaving the old you behind. Wow, you have the Fool again. Look, here's this cliff symbolism, right? You're leaping off of the cliff, not knowing if you're going to land. So you're taking this step forward here. Wow, yeah, Knight of Wands, that's 3 knights, and the Temperance. Big shift. Big shift in your life here, Cancer. There's no question about it. The Knight of Wands, this may even involve a move or some type of travel. as you have the Knight of Wands, the World, and the Eight of Wands, which are all travel cards, big travel cards. And the Knight of Wands specifically is about moving residence, changing locations, and you may not even like know if this is going to work out yet with the Fool. And that's kind of the thrill of it, or the fun of it for you, or part of the experience for you here at this time. The Temperance card is all about healing, balance, patience, moderation, all good things in time. And it's a very nice card, Sagittarius energy. It's a turnaround, you know, your situation turning around as well. So let's see what else we have here. You have the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, no question about it. There is a big ending here in your life. You also have this Five of Swords, which we had up here. Look, for some of you, you're going to say, I'm not fighting the old battles. I'm not going to continue going down this cycle that I've gone down for a long time. And instead, you're dropping your swords knowing that there are new things ahead for you. There are better times ahead. As you see this Six of Swords, the calm waters are available to you. Again, that message of water, that message of connecting with nature, of doing something natural. Even though many of us are in winter, you can still do these things, right? And I feel like, you know, you're making a big transition here. The Ten of Swords is a major ending, okay? It's an inexorable ending, meaning there is no going back. There is no going back when you get the Ten of Swords, especially when you have the World as well. Look, the person here on the boat has their back. You can only see their back. Their past is behind them. In fact, the Five of Swords is behind them, right? Because this is the Six of Swords. So you're leaving the battle, and you're taking your swords with you. So yeah. You also have the Six of Wands, which is a major victory and public recognition, success in your life. So really nice things here for you. This is a pretty strong reading, Cancer, I have to tell you. So let's see what else we have. Let's pull some additional messages. All right, let's pull some additional, let's get some energy from the Kipper deck here. So you have the Mature Man, Message, Unexpected Income, Courtship, Sudden Wealth, and Community. Occupation as well, very nice. So this could very well be shifts in what it is that you do in your career, what it is that you do for money. And that could certainly be the case here with this Knight of Pentacles showing up, and the Unexpected Income and the Sudden Wealth card. So big changes. You may even be caught by surprise here at the communication that you get with the Messages card, as well as the Eight of Wands, which can also represent messages. There is somebody who wants to either hire you very badly, like they want you on their team, or they want to hire you, or some of you are finding a long-term marriage partner, maybe even getting married or getting engaged or something like that here with the Four of Wands, the Courtship card. And as you sail on this new ship, as you go to these new waters, potentially some of you finding a community that supports you. So, wow, really love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care. I will see you in the next reading.